Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today I have a video for SPIEGELMOM Scraps. And so what I thought I would do is show you what I'm using. I am using one of the page kits that I put together for actually my How to Kill a Kit for October, which I'm actually carrying to November. So this is from that same kit, and I'm going to use it for my layout today. I am also using one of the new sequin mixes, which was Hustle Bustle, and it is available in the SPIEGELMOM Scraps shop, which I will have the links down below to the shop and the Facebook group as well, so you can go check this one out. If you haven't ordered the November sequins or you want to buy it separately, it will be available in the shop. So this is what I'm using, and I did go ahead because it's a bit tedious and everybody pretty much knows how to put a shaker together, I think, for the most part. I went ahead and I took a die, which was this one, and I basically made this into my own shaker. So I put it through my manual die cutter and just centered the two hearts so that I had basically this nice even space where I could mount the foam tape, and I have really thin foam tape, little pieces, so it's easy to fit the foam tape around. And then I went ahead and filled it with sequins. I did use some of the SPIEGELMOM Scraps acetate for shakers. It is awesome. It's super clear, so it makes perfect shaker pockets, so be sure to grab that from the shop as well. And if you do want to save a little bit, you can always use my Vanessa 15 discount code and it'll save you a little bit on your purchase. So I went ahead and made 3 shakers that I'm going to use on my page, and like I said, I used those Hustle Bustle sequins, and I thought the colors definitely picked up on the colors that came from my inspiration piece, which was this stripe. So I thought those sequins definitely worked really well. So that is what I'm going to feature on the page today, are these really fun sequin pockets, or little heart sequin shakers, I should say. And I do have some embellishments here that I went ahead and fussy cut. These are all digital printed, mostly from Tracy Reed, little digital prints. So I have those. I'm going to use maybe not all of them, but some of them, as well as these shakers on the page. And so what I thought I would do is I'll show you how I'm going to build my layout, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue everything down off camera, and we'll come back and I'll build the embellishment clusters and we'll finish the layout up. But I am going to use this to back 2 of my photos. I think it'll be the 2 with my family in it. The rest of them are just sort of scenery kind of photos. So I think these 2 will get matted in this striped paper, and then I think I'm going to use a border of this as well over on the right side of the page. My thought is I'm going to use this floral as the mat or the frame for the entire layout, and then I'm going to use this peach grid for my actual background of my page. And I am going to come in with some Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine, and I think I'm just going to put some splatters on the back, on the background of the page. So once I have that, like I said, I'm going to mat these 2 photos, and then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out the photos something along this line. So I will show you real quick what I have in my mind for how this is going to lay out. So I'm going to put, I have a lot of photos going on this page, which is very unusual for me. I'm usually a 1 to maybe 2, 3 at most photo scrapper. And so I definitely am playing outside of my comfort zone with adding so many photos. But it kind of has a bit of a grid kind of feel to it, or almost like a tower of photos. So I'm going to line these up on this edge. They might pull in this way a little bit depending on where I want to put my shakers, but I'm thinking one of my shakers is going to go up here, and I'm thinking my title's probably going to go in here somewhere. This is what I'm thinking. And then I'm going to have another one down here. And then I am thinking about the third one just being up here because I think that'll be the easiest, and building a cluster around that. So I think this is pretty much how it's going to lay out. Like I said, these two are going to be matted, and then I'm going to take a little piece of this and have it run. I'm probably going to punch it with one of my border punches and just have it run a strip down just this right side, just to add a little bit of interest to the right side and to pull the stripe that'll be over here over to this side of the page as well, just to give it a little continuity on the page. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is get all of this glued down and my photos matted and glued down, and then we'll come back and I will probably go ahead and add the title and then add in some of these embellishments into each one of these clusters and pull the page together. All right, my title is started. I did go ahead and get my photos down and my background pretty much built, and then I did go ahead and build this part of the cluster out, simply because I wanted to get part of my title down, because this took a few minutes to get this lined up. What I ended up doing is, instead of matting these two photos, I did go ahead and cut my own letters out of that striped pattern paper, which was my jumping off point for this particular page kit. So I have that, and then I did go ahead and cut a strip, which I'm thinking about putting a third piece on the page. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do that yet, but the other one is going to go up here at the top. And what I'm going to do is look at building out the rest of my clusters. So that's going to happen here. I'm just playing with this wood veneer. I know I want to put it on here somewhere. I don't know where it's going to go yet. So I'm going to have one cluster. I was going to put it way down here, but I feel like I really want to put it here and have it take up some space here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I have just some labels and a camera and some floral clusters that I'm going to put around this really cute heart shaker that I made, which I absolutely adore. It is so cute. So I'm thinking it's going to go something like this. So I'm going to lay everything out, and then I will go off camera and glue everything down, and then you'll see in the final photos where everything gets laid. But pretty much it should go down in just about the same places that you see me putting it here as I'm creating my clusters. So this might be the other place that I put this. I'm not 100% sure, so be on the lookout if I end up putting this on the page somewhere. I have not decided 100% where I'm going to put that yet, so we will see if it makes the page. And I think I like those two there. So I'm not really trying to match my clusters. I am putting florals in each of the clusters, and there'll be a butterfly in each cluster. But not, other than that, it's not going to have exactly the same elements. And then I know I want to put this one up here, and I want to have, thinking to the edge, and then have that one there with this. And then I know my shaker is going to go here in the middle. And then I'm thinking this floral is going to go in under here. Going to have that butterfly down here. This is little tiny words sticker. Actually, it's a homemade tiny word. So it's going to go right in here. Maybe I do want to take one of these hearts and put it up here instead. Something like this with maybe that other butterfly. something along that line. I like the butterflies to add some extra texture, as well as these are dimensional shakers, so that does add a bit of different texture because everything else is really paper and flat. So having those adds just a little bit of something. So maybe you can let me know in the comments if you think I need to add another pop of that stripe paper somewhere. I have this little piece, or I could cut a heart or some other element. But I think right now I'm liking how this is looking, and I'm just going to add the rest of my title right up here, which is just going to be the word family. So because the title for this is just going to be family outing, since that's pretty much what we're doing. We're just out playing mini golf. So I will get these down, and we will get everything glued down, and I will straighten these up because I am trying to get them down relatively quickly on camera. And here is the last piece. Like I said, I'm going to glue these down. I don't think I might sprinkle on a couple of sequins. We'll see if I do that in the photos at the end, but I'm going to get everything glued down, and you'll see how the final layout looks in the pictures. But essentially, this is pretty much it for this one. So with that, guys, I will catch you on the next one, and don't forget to check those links down below. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.